Hello, I'm DerTebbers, and this is your indie review of Never Alone by Upper One Games, a game made in collaboration with the Inupiat people of Alaska. There is another name for this game, but I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I can barely pronounce the name of the people who helped build this game, and I'm probably going to screw up other words throughout this because it is in their language. Games are a powerful medium for telling a story. There are great games out there that will tell a story unlike any other. So what does it look like when an Alaskan tribal tale is retold through the medium of a video game? Never Alone. That's what it looks like. The graphics are white, very white and snowy and white foxy. When the story is told in scrimshaw, it takes on a completely different look and tone, and that's a nice deviation from this white slate. But at the same time, it looks so beautiful and cold. The scrimshaw, along with this white 2D style, weds together the native way of writing a story with the puzzle platforming that is the computer game. Audio performance. That's what we have to talk about here. This is a 2D game. It has minimal issues in terms of performance-wise. Well, it's a lightweight game, so it's a great, simple game. I did find areas that glitched out, where I glitched out of the world, but let's just say I was being creative about what I was doing. So the sound, the audio performance. Well, the sound of the oncoming wind, and the way that you hear the narrator's voice so clearly is just excellent. You know when to crouch because you hear that noise. You learn the sound of the wind and how to do whatever you need to do. The sound of the narrator really draws you in. You feel like you're there in the room with the narrator who's telling the story. You have your eyes closed, and this is what's forming in amongst your closed eyes, in your mind's eye. You feel like you're there. That is an amazing audio performance. This is a two-person game that can, if needed, be played by one person. I did play it as a single player, and it has some challenges. You have a friend. You can have a friend control one of the characters, or you can, like me, switch between the young girl and her white fox companion to accomplish the task set before you while you're questing to stop a never-ending blizzard. Now, early game, this is great. I really enjoy this jumping back and forth. But late in the game, playing single player makes the game so much harder, as you need both characters to be working in concert with each other to quickly complete these tasks. But at that point, you still have to jump between the two characters, and it becomes very difficult. And I became more than a little frustrated. I actually had to walk away from the game and go to sleep and then try it again the next day. I was finally able to finish it, and I'm not a good platformer, so even if you're not a good platform player, you will complete the game, I think. It just felt I needed a second person. Now, there are some notes saying that they're going to patch the game to improve companion, as of when I'm recording this. So maybe an improved companion will help the single-player game. But it's still a great story and a great game. The fact that the story is told fully in the language of the Inupiat people adds so much to the game. Like I said before about the narration, you can feel like you are there, that you're part of this community, that you're sitting in this room with this tribal elder who's telling the story. And more than that, you can hear the intricacies of their language as this story is being told. In addition, the collectible videos of the culture of the Inupiat people adds so much to the game. Not to the gameplay, mind you. It doesn't add anything to the gameplay. But what it adds is a deeper understanding of the culture of the Inupiat people and the values that they respect and they admire. It lets you learn while playing a game. And it's a great breather between the different stages to watch the collectibles that you got during that stage to kind of take a breath, especially ending a few of the late stages, that you need that breather.
Drum is something that's common to all cultures in Alaska. All cultures have a drum that may have some stylistic differences or differences in the materials that it's made, but it's still a recognition of life and vitality, and the drum mirrors the heartbeat. And when you continue drumming soon, it will be in line with your heartbeat, because that's what it's supposed to be, the heartbeat of the community, and it symbolizes vitality.
Man, I went at it and look what happens.
I could see this collaborative approach being used to tell stories from many marginalized or even dying cultures. When you think of marginalized cultures, like many of the African cultures, some of the South American cultures, very marginalized or dying cultures. Cultures like the Welsh, the Scottish, which isn't technically dying, but you understand what I'm saying here. Selfishly, the Luxembourgish culture as well. I can see this as being something that could be done for many more cultures, so that many more people can learn before it's lost to time. This game is worth your $15 US, and 2 to 3 hours is about what it takes to complete the game, or at least what it took me. Just to experience this game. Learn about a culture that many of us will never experience. I cannot imagine getting up to Barrow, Alaska anytime soon. Fall in love with the white fox. Hate that polar bear. And yell at, well, I won't tell you who you're going to yell at, but you will yell at them. Buy Never Alone. It's worth it. I've been DerTebbers. This was an indie review of Never Alone by Upper One Games. Until next time, me and the white fox are going to go hang out.